Hello guys, welcome to another episode with me, and today we're gonna be shit. Okay, there you go. Today we're gonna be playing a special game. Oh, my God. It's a dating sim which is based on there you go. It's a dating sim which is based on YouTubers from normal boots. Jontron, Pro Jared, The Completionist, The Continue guys, which are underrated as fuck. Even the Hidden Blocks one, as you can see there, who are like normal boots junior. So I never played this kind of game before.
Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club.
Oh my god. It's kind of a new territory, completely for me. So here we go. Let's see if Senpai noticed me. Chapter 1. The train made its way around the gentle cool of the coast of Japan, whisking me farther and farther from home. Across from me sat a boy, face half buried in a newspaper. He was deeply entranced in whatever article he was reading, and hadn't spoke a single word to me, even when I asked if I could join him in the last compartment with any available space. He shrugged, nodded, and adjusted his newspaper without ever making eye contact. I've been almost an hour, in fact. He hadn't once looked at me. He doesn't notice me. That's sad. Devoid of conversation, I took, instead of counting the buttons on the pretentiously lush carmine seat cushions. 1, 2, 3, 21, 22, and so forth, over and over. Now and again, I turned to look out the window where the trees were blurring by. Sometimes their smeared green would break and reveal the quiet blue of the Sea of Japan. The quiet blue of the Sea of Japan. Eventually, this rapidly made my stomach churn, and went back to counting the buttons on the seat cushions. 1, 2, 3. Ugh, the train compartment shot around us. My eyes wandered to the boy in his jacket. It wasn't the school-issued blue that I and the other students on the train were wearing. Instead, it was green. Varsity-like jacket with an embedded word so hard, embroidered patch poorly saw in front. So, you're a first year, right? He folded his newspaper neatly, set it on the slab, and looked at me with a half-intense gaze. Did he catch me staring? Now that the newspaper was gone, I saw his face. He watched me with heavy-lidded eyes. His hair was immaculate blonde, his teeth straight and blandly bright. There was something about him, the way the light hit him, that made him look like almost sparkling, like a vampire on twilight. Me? He glanced around the compartment empty beside us and laughed. No, I'm not first year, I'm a third year. The train began to slow, metal wheels groaning against metal tracks. The sudden shift threatened to rob me whatever he was left in my stomach, but I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, willing myself to keep it together. What kind of impression would I leave being a student before I ever arrived at the academy? The boy frowned. I peeked at him of my cotton skirt. That's not possible. I've never seen you before. It took me a moment of mouth fishing to find a response. It's because I'm transferring? He laughed again. A transfer student, We don't get many of those. I removed my acceptance letter from the front pocket of my uniform. The paper, heavy weight of white, had accumulated creases from reading and rereading, as if the words might have changed since the last time I read it. The boy took it, studied it, then handed it back to me.
I'll see you around.
Well then, Hannah, I suppose I will see you around. He smiled at me, picked up his suitcase, laying next to him. By the time I hiccup a response, he was already gone from the compartment. I stared out into the empty hallway of the train. It was then that I realized he, having gotten it from my acceptance letter, knew my name. But I never got his. His bro Jared. But anyways, I already knew. Psycho. I studied Senpai. My joy. I know. The train settled at the station and filled out with the rest of the uniformed students. It was early April, and the last frost of winter had come and gone. The trees were already green, the leaves shivering in the occasional gust weaving through them. The air was mild, only a few clouds hanging in the sky. I walked along the road with a swarm of blue-jacketed boys, looking at the little groups breaking off from the crowd. Everyone was buzzing, so animated around me. I held my suitcase in my sweaty hands. It was leather-bound and worth more than anything it contained. It wasn't far to the school, and I was, for maybe the first time in my life, thankful that what I owned didn't amount to much. My school tobaccos for on the pavement. Sound very loud on the pavement. But his shoes, her shoes, that's what he's talking about. God damn. I walked this walk over and over in my mind. So many nights I lay awake, imagine what I would be like to walk from the station to Asagao Academy this first time. My God, this is why I told you I kind of my new start. I always imagined that everything would change for me on this walk. That somehow everything would be magically different. But as I look around, I realized nothing had changed. I'm the same old awkward little girl, just looking for love. I haven't changed. By the time I reached the massive gate of the academy, I forgot all about the disappointment explosion in the back of my throat. The school, framed by the gate twisting black metal, was just as beautiful as the glossy photos I saw in the pamphlets. This was it, Asagao Academy. I glanced around the swarm of students gathering around the gate. Beyond it, tiny blue people bounced around the academy main building. A girl pressed a button on one side of the gate. The excitement in the air was almost palpable. few moments later, the black gate with great effort cracked onward and cleared the pathway. As the rest of the group shifted into motion, I followed along, a sheep in the herd. Oh my god, this is so drawn out. My stomach tied itself into knots. The crowd split off in different directions. For a moment, I panicked, and I don't know where to go. A tired-looking man with grey hair called out the first years. A cluster of fresh-faced students gathered around him. Hey, look at that girl. I turned a few feet away. A small group of boys were pointed at me and snickering. Pink hair? Are you kidding me? What? Hair dye? What's that? How desperate can you get? I mean, you know, nobody dyed his hair. It's unheard of. What? Hot chain cloth down my neck. I attached myself to a group of girls, following the few steps behind them. In the distance, cicadas hum in the time to my shoes, crunching against gravel. My hair. It wasn't my fault that my hair looked like this. Luckily, I found myself at the girls' dormitory, a large sign in the lawn reading Primrose House. The building dwarfed me in size and sheer intimidation. How many students did Asagao have? As I approached the building, a red-headed girl lingering nearby caught my attention. I looked away, then looked back because I'm a creep. She was staring at me. She was a creep too. She walked over.
Oh, you must be my roommate!
That I eyed her warily. She was smiling and bouncing in a way that suggested her views on life was akin of a perpetual bounce castle. She was really immature. She was a child. That's what the long sentence says.
What?
Me?
Bingo.
Of course, you silly. Let me guess. Room 325? I thought back to the paper I received month prior with a list of all my supplies I need for the year, and my dorm arrangements. Yeah, that's right. She laughed, but I couldn't figure out what was so funny. Was she laughing at me? The bitch? Was she laughing at me? And my accent? My sexy accent? When I found out my roommate was a transfer student, I know you were gonna be a total main character. Oh, Ismeda. I'm sorry. A what? Are you self-aware? But are you in a graphic novel? A CH dating scene? CH promote YouTubers? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
When I saw you outside the gate, I know it was you. I mean, look at that hair! Oh my god, again with my fucking hair! It's pink, alright? I like that way. I like my cotton candy hair. I felt a lump forming in my throat. What was she talking about? She had to make fun of me, the bitch. I haven't spent more than 5 minutes on campus, and I'm already being mocked. My hands began to tremble. Is there something wrong with my hand? Her face sagged from its amusement smile from a worried expression. Then she began to laugh again. The fuck, bipolar bitch! Don't laugh at my head.
Oh, no. It's great, I'm sorry.
You better be. You better be. Okay? Okay?
We're getting off on the wrong foot, aren't we? Oh,
Yes.
gosh. I'm Mai Sasaki. You must be Hana.
Yes, I'm Hana. I bow my head.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you, Mai.